Well. You know, we finally have the game that we've kind of been asking for. We've been looking for this type of game. Salute to the little homie over here, Sylvester. The Dallas Mavericks, they showed up to play, man. They came out with a lot of energy. Luka Doncic is back to being Luka Doncic. Is Luka Magic back? No pun intended. He had a great game today, man. We're going to talk about that again. But this is called the vent session. This is where you, as an audience member or a person in the chat or anyone that wants to come up on stage to talk about this game tonight, this is your show where we could just vent out all the good vibes tonight, because there's a lot of good stuff to talk about tonight. What a game. There's a lot of good things that I want to talk about. So without further ado, man, let's go ahead and let's start venting. I like that. Let's start venting. But it has a negative connotation to it. But there's no negative connotation to it tonight, you know?
Yeah. So, whoops, don't show that yet because I haven't had a chance. There you go. Let's go ahead and just talk about the player of the game.
Oh, so the player of the game. It is how you properly would say it, Luka Doncic. He is definitely 100% the player of the game tonight. The man scored 32 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, and shot what? Well, how much? What was that percentage?
50%.
50% from the field.
That would be 50% indeed. Yes.
50% from the field. He had a crazy second quarter. And back to Luka Doncic, plus 21 on a plus minus, 32 points, 1 offensive rebound, 9 it was just great. It was just a great game overall. Great job by Luka Doncic. Now we got to do this again come tomorrow and be able to sustain it. I love how this let me recreate this broadcast, the Twitter one. Love how it just shuts off whenever, right?
I didn't. Yeah, you ready? Did it not go?
I'll update it. Which category did we pick?
It doesn't matter. Just put whatever.
Okay. I'll just put politics.
Yeah, this is why I know we're trying to do this immediately. We probably need to give about 5 minutes because it does. There are a few things we still have to set up and do, but it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna put on politics and see what it does.
No, do not do. Get out of here.
I did. Let's see what happens to.
Oh my God, the politics of basketball.
We're trying it live. We're doing it live. So yeah, man. So what we got on screen? So yeah, man. Luka Doncic. Stix, he came back. He's back now, right? Is this?
I mean, it looks good.
Yeah,
it looks good.
Especially in this, especially in that. I mean, in the first quarter, obviously he got going. Especially after Najee came into the game and kind of opened things up. We were kind of struggling, like I had previously stated in the opponent review segment of the pregame show. And I said that this game was going to be semi-close to start. But we just had too much depth. We had too much talent. So eventually we're just going to overwhelm them. And Najee was that guy that started that run, that started pushing the pace and making plays. And it's like it unlocked Luka Doncic. Like there was plenty of times where Najee pushed the pace and Luka was like the trail man. Remember the Dirk days when Jason Kidd would push the pace and then throw it or Nash and Jason Terry, and they'll throw it to Dirk on the trail. It was like that. And you saw that a couple of times tonight where Luka was able to get some wide open threes. But it was good to see. Luka hit his middies. Luka hit his deep threes.
Yeah, he started. Luka got some assists. He started right off with the doing pretty good on that. I mean, right off the bat, that first shot, that first mid range he took, it went up and it went down, pretty clean. And I was like, okay, that's a good sign. And then the next one, he kind of tried to do a push, and it looked terrible. And then after that, you could tell from there his shots were they looked like normal Luka shots. So. Yeah, definitely much better out of him on that scenario. And all right, I think I got these stats done now. So I'll upload this real quick so we can pull up the stats. I'm actually kind of shocked at some of these stats, looking at them now.
Are you?
So
are you?
Yeah, these are kind of interesting stats. So let's get these up here. All right, guys, let's go to the stats now. So there's your stats. Nobody projected that score in the pregame. Nobody. Hey,
Nobody.
95, 105 until the very end. We were on a 30-point run, which is what I talked about. So, Ben, you watch your mouth, sir. I had to do this at get it started. I want to hear your crap. We're like going live the second the game's up. I had everything else ready. Okay, calm it down, Ben. Mr. Ben Price.
We're live the
Mr.
second
Ben
the game
Price.
was over.
Yeah,
live the second the game was over.
Game was over. Boom, live. That's where we were at.
Yep.
That's where we were. How about you, Ben? Where were you the last 2-3 minutes? Huh? That's what I thought, Ben.
Man, we shot horrible from the free throw line. Jeez.
Okay, that's my point. Like 49%, it's okay. It's not great for us from field goal. 31 from 3, 61 from free throw, 18 turnovers.
Yeah, this was a misleading game. It's in that third quarter, it was kind of misleading. Like we were missing so many shots. They were airballing shots. We just beat them in the first half. That's really what it came down to.
But that's the thing. That's why it's like everybody's like, okay, it's looking great now. I'm not getting like the same reason I say like I'm mad about other things. I'm not getting hyped up over this win. We beat a team that has no offensive power without Moncaro. No offensive power. So without him, they're not going to be very good. And so what do we say in the pregame? You better not play with the team. Well, they didn't play with the team, but they didn't shoot really very good either. So, like, it's not really bragging rights. Like, you can't really come in and be like, yeah. I mean, defensively, granted, they're really bad without him. So that's kind of like, but, I mean, 33% for them, 20% from 3, 79 on free throw. They were missing some open shots, though. They like, KCP missed one bad, and he was wide open. So, like,
yeah, we beat them.
Do I really want to brag about this?
No. Hell no. Because tomorrow's the game you'd rather brag about. Because if you look at the quarter-by-quarter stats, we won the first quarter 30-22. We beat them in the second quarter 35-18. That was the game. The game was over at that point. Beat them in the third 23-21, and then we lost the fourth 24-20. So we definitely won the first half, and that was the end of the game. And honestly, that's pretty good because Luka only played 32 minutes. Hey, what have I asked for all year? I want Luka playing 32 minutes. And look what he got you. He got you a point per minute. Kyrie only played 28. Clay played less than 30. He played 29. I think it's still a bit much. Najee was able to play 21 minutes tonight. His three still isn't going down, but Najee got you 4 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals. This game played lights out. And to my X factors that I pointed out in the pregame, Luka Doncic went off. Daniel Gafford went off tonight. 18 points, 8 rebounds. He came out and set the tone for once, right? He set the tone. You felt Daniel Gafford's presence out there, and I was happy to see that.
Like he did, but at the same time, Luka went to give him a pass, and Daniel Gafford was just like, durr, and the ball went right to the Orlando Magic. And then 2 plays later, or was it maybe in the next play later, Klay Thompson goes down, goes to dump him a ball, and he's like, durr, and the ball is like, Gaff, what are you doing, dude? Like, they're giving you the ball. It was clearly we made it obvious that we were going to go after them in the lane. Like, we made that very clear from the moment we went out. And Gafford kind of like boneheaded a few times. Like, dude, come on, pay attention. Like, they're trying to give you easy passes. You're standing right there. I think the first one, Luka went behind his back and dropped it to him, and Gafford just wasn't even paying attention. Yeah. So, like I said, like, I'm glad we got a win. I'm glad we blew them out. It was an easy game, and I know some of the guys were like, wow, why are they spending so much time with them in the game? I saw some of that in our chat thing, and it's like, well, they're not really beating our guys up. Like, they're not a dirty team. So there really wasn't any reason to, like, worry that much about them and what they were doing to us. So you're not, we needed to get rhythm. We were trying to get our guys going. So, I mean, I didn't see anything wrong with what we did and how we handled that.
And it just came down to the Magic being able to score. Like I said in the opponent review, not here to toot my own horn, but you could just look at stats and tell that they didn't have enough firepower. When your second option is Jalen Suggs and he's averaging 17, and then in this game he only got this team he got 10 points, 10 points from Jalen Suggs. Definitely, it's getting averaging 18 from him is due to the gravity of Banchero. So I just knew at that point that they didn't have a go-to option tonight. As you saw tonight, they were doing a lot of pass, and just shoot a chunk up a three, or they shot 41 threes tonight. They were just passing, and as soon as you get a little opening, just shoot it. They shot poorly tonight, and that's not going to happen tomorrow. Indiana's going to pass and knock down shots. So great win. The biggest thing for me is to see Luka Doncic come back. He knocked down shots. He wasn't like he was having wide open looks. He was defended on his shots, and he was knocking it down with pressure. I was saying, like, man, Luka was playing like a hero ball version of me at 24-hour when I'm taking all the shots, and but we're both knocking him down. So, proud to see Luka return to form. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he returned to form. I mean, but he still shot, like, what were his stats? His specific stat line, his shooting set's what I was looking for. Like 11 of 22 from the field goal, 5 of 7 from free throw. Again, he's still shooting pretty good at free throws. He's not missing them like he typically, he seems like he's improved again even more this year. But 5 of 13 still from three. The problem was he started out actually shooting pretty damn good from three, and then he just kept chunking. He kept chunking them up. He kept chunking them up. And it's like, dude, we're winning. Stop. Like, you don't have to keep doing it. He just kept doing it.
The one thing I was concerned is our lack of getting Clay involved early in the game. Like, we decided to get him involved, sparingly. Like, he had to go get his own bucket. And that's not the offense I thought it was going to be designed for him. Like, I thought it was going to be where we run actions for him and he'll get open on a flare screen, or, Luka Doncic just finding him open. We need to figure that out. Like, I think that's an issue, honestly, but that's just a preference thing. I don't want to see Clay have to go get his own buckets. That's not what I envision for him. But, But yeah, for those that are watching, definitely leave comments, man. This is your show. Like, put comments in the chat, ask questions, whatever y'all want to talk about. Let us know what your big takeaways from today's game is. I also put a poll in the chat. Said, whose game were you most impressed with tonight? 38% so far is saying Luka. 31% so far is saying Najee. And then we're split between Gafford and Lively. We got 15 and 15% from them too. To speak about Lively, that man got you 11 boards today and 11 points off the bench with 20 minutes. 20 minutes, 11 boards, 11 points. That was pretty awesome. Plus minus of plus 25 tonight. Lively, it's like we didn't. To me, how would I put it? Like, I felt Lively's presence, but then when you look at the stats, I was like, damn, he did more than I thought he did. So that's pretty cool when you could kind of go under the radar and still have a pretty good statistical night.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the problem in a game like this. Like, yeah, you beat up on a weak team. Mm-hmm. Like, there's really nothing to get like impressed by. Like, you can't go bragging about this game. Yeah. But at the same time, like, at the same time, you did what you were supposed to do. So it's kind of one of those things like, good, I'm happy. But I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm all like, woo, yay, we won. Like, if we'd have dropped 140, like 130, like I said, where like the offense was just like clicking, and I mean, it's just an absolute, we obliterate them, but we scored 108.
Yeah.
We scored 65, and then we just fell off. And that's the problem, is we became too easy, and the guys kind of just laxed off after that. So, it's just not an impressive, it's not like it's an impressive win. I'm trying to figure out why it's weird the way my lighting is in my house. Like, most of the time when I'm on the show, like, my green screen is damn near perfect. And tonight it's like I can see like the green, and I don't know why. And like my face color from earlier just to a couple hours later is like completely different. I was having to tweak it. I have no idea why it's so much different. So, but As DCFL said, that was the thing I cared about tonight, to see if Luka got his shot back. And he did. He got it. He had it. He was doing his mid-range jumpers, fading away on the one leg. He was hitting those threes. They were coming up and down clean. We should have abused them in the paint because Wendell Carter Jr., I guess, was maybe not playing, then he did play, and then he got injured. Jonathan Isaac is a really good defender, and we still went at him without any issues. So, I saw promising things. But yeah, we're going to find out more on a back-to-back and against a better team. But it sucks because this should have been a really good game with Moncaro there, and then would have been a little bit better test. But they're an East team. I'm never impressed by beating most of the East teams. So
tomorrow's going to be a good one for sure. Tomorrow's going to be a good one and a late one. That is a late game tomorrow.
8:45. Yeah.
And I'm like, dang, are we gonna be up for the vent session? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, we'll be up.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Yeah, that game will probably end around midnight almost, roughly. Yeah. 15-minute vent session. But yeah, what we got? Logman said Luka is a ball hog in quotations. So I don't know if that's just like sarcasm. It might be sarcasm. Alicia said, really good game. I'm hoping they keep this up. Yes, especially going into tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big game. Hey, we got Mr. Impala in the building. He was out there with Nick Angstead and Mavericks Digest at the arena. I definitely got to run into the homies. I love what I've seen from Najee. Really is a jack of all trades. Yes. When your guy Najee comes off the bench, he's giving you 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and 4 points. That first quarter, he was crucial because it was like it was neck and neck. We weren't creating any separation until he came in. It was like an energy boost when he came into the game.
Well, this is what we said, right? Like everybody's freaking out. Oh my God, he's not doing great. Oh my God, Quentin Grimes. Oh my God, this is just really an upgrade. Chill out, people. Jesus, it's 5 games. You go try to play with new people. Have you ever tried to go to a new job with a team and like day 1 through 5, you're like superstar with them? No. But tonight, that offense, the way he did a couple of his moves, the way he got a couple of the, he got the alley-oop to Lively. That looked like the stuff we saw in like the fan jam and in the preseason. Like that was the Najee we saw offensively. And he's already been doing good defensively. He just got even better tonight. Like he was really, there was that one where they got the ball back. I forget what the play was. And in the third, and they did the inbound, and that dude tried to fake Najee. Najee's like, I ain't buying that. He like shoot him right back. And because of the ball hits, his foot goes out. We get the ball right back. It was the Lively one when Lively was falling out of bounds and threw it. And then they ended up getting the ball, which it's funny because he hip checked Lively. It was either a travel or a foul. They didn't call either. Cool, fine, whatever. But then they go down like a few plays later. Same thing happens on their end. And they call it on Dinwiddie. And I'm like the game was not bad on fouls. It was not that bad. No. But at the same time, actually, like it's still back to the consistency. You had 2 identical scenarios. And you called one way and one the other way. Just don't call either of them. If you let the first one go, let the second one go. It's really not. Like, I'm not asking for preferential. I'm just asking to be consistent, like semi-consistent. It's kind of like with baseball, right? Like, I don't care if an umpire calls outside. As long as he calls outside, the same for both pitchers. Yep. Because at least batters can adjust to the strike zone. These guys are never consistent. You never know what's going to get called. And you're just like... And I was on the radio broadcast because I had to drive for a little bit. I had to go give somebody something, so I was gone for about... And they were like, that's a foul call that won't be called in 3 months. Yeah. It was a Kyrie Irving foul. I was like, if it should be called in 3 months, it shouldn't be called now. Shouldn't be doing both. You
want to hear a cool little statistical nugget here?
What's that?
The production from our centers, both of them combined, 29 points, 19 rebounds. 29 points and 19 rebounds from both of your centers tonight. That is That is good. That is what you want from that position. In 40 minutes, 29 rebounds and 19 rebounds. 29 points and 19 rebounds. That's pretty insane from the center position tonight. Now, if you want to add Dwight Powell's, let me see, 2 rebounds. Okay. 29 points and 21 rebounds. All right, cool. I'll give you Dwight Powell. Oh, what's that? We got a comment. Look at that. Yep, need to see the sets the Mavs ran in the third for Clay being run a couple of times in the first. Warriors used to always run first play of the game for him, even when they had KD. I agree. I was watching that first quarter, and like I understand we want to get Luka going, but it's like I don't like how Clay was just getting cardio that first quarter. He was just getting cardio, made a couple defensive plays, and that was it. Like we didn't find him any looks. It's gonna be crucial that we eventually develop that. We have to, and that'll help Luka as well. But he got us 9 points, and when you get almost 30 points from your centers, you kind of don't need Clay to go off, but you got to get something for Clay eventually, man. I agree, but I agree with you, JR, for sure. We got to run something. Like, I don't need Clay to have to go get his own bucket and shoot off the backboard. Like, I want him shooting threes. That's just a preference, but that's just me.
I was just noticing something. We actually had a comment on TikTok, and it didn't pop through like it's supposed to from the studio version.
Oh, no.
TikTok one's always glitchy, so... Oh, look at Mr. Impala feeling the love. Here you go with a $2 super chat.
Hey, hold on. Appreciate that $2 super chat, my guy. Says feels good to visit from B More and see Luka get high. Oh, damn, how long you gonna be here? Huh? I didn't know you were visiting, bro. Let me know how long you gonna be in town. See if run some basketball or something. I don't know if you want to go hoop. You know, I got time. If you want to hoop, though, that's cool. You know what I noticed? Like, there's a lot of folks from Baltimore that are.
He just said he's here until Tuesday.
Here until Tuesday. Dang. There's gonna be a lot of storms tomorrow, but dang.
Yeah,
dang,
that's gonna be.
I wish you would have told me, bro. I would have figured something out, man. Dang. Well, at least you got to meet Mavericks Digest in the crew, so that's what's up. Dang. I'm gonna try to go to B More one day though. I want to watch the Wizards and Mavericks and then run into King and them out there.
All right, I got TikTok chat finally working. I have to I thought it would work from the other one, but it doesn't. I have to actually pop out the window still. He came for both games, he said. So, yeah. So, just so everybody knows, we've been on now for about 23, 24 minutes. This is designed to be a quick hit vent session, good or bad. We're not trying to do some like in-depth, lengthy post game. Now, if we have some like crazy game, Luka drops 70 something again, and everybody's going crazy, we'll extend it. But the whole point of this is come in, hit up what we're talking about, get you guys engaged, let you vent some stuff. Obviously, there's not a lot of people chatting. This is kind of a boring game, so we're going to say a few things and obviously let the chat do. You know, you guys be able to talk and get your frustrations or happiness out, and you know, with everybody else. So that's what we're doing. This is only our second one. We decided to move off just being a pregame and a Midnight Madness. So now we're doing the pregame. We'll do a postgame. As long as there's not something we can't control that makes us, because we have our schedule set up for pregame. So, but we should be able to do pretty much every postgame. So this is a new thing for us, and hope y'all enjoy this version over just sitting here listening to someone read stats for 30 minutes, which is what typically your postgames are. It's like, great, I can look at the stats myself. So, you know, the more y'all interact and chat with us, the more it helps too, because obviously we're trying to make this where you guys get to vent. That's why we called it, this guy called it the vent session. He didn't want to call it
the vent session.
The vent session. Whatever. The Dallas Mavericks post game by TGK TV. The vent session. He's got to have a name for everything.
The vent session.
He can't be normal. Actually, the pregame show is normal name. That's the only one that's normal.
That's the only. Well, what would that be called? Like, what would be the alternative name for that?
We're not renaming the pregame. You cut it out already. See what I started now giving you this idea.
I'm just saying, like, if in an alternative universe, what would that show be named?
We ain't got that much time left to show. We'll talk about that later. So,
okay.
Edison said, I think Clay will smooth in by game 10. The offense is still under construction at this point. I still see 58 wins. I think we still go over 60 wins. I think this team is going to start clicking, and you're not going to be able to stop it when it clicks. So I see very long runs once that happens. So I'm not worried about this at all. So Mr. August Records, it's kind of crazy how quickly we used to have. We get used to having two good centers after having less than one for years. Gaff and Lively are awesome. That is a fact. We cried for years as Mavs fans. Could though, for the love of God, could Mark Cuban and Donnie just get us centers? That's all we ask. Thanks. Get us a center so that Dirk can have somebody down low so Dirk doesn't have to do everything. That's all we wanted. And now we got two of them. So
we wanted some rim protection, man. That's all we wanted.
It just sucked. We got one good one 1 year. What happened? We won the championship 2011. Tyson Chandler.
And then we let him go.
Yeah.
And
Mark Cuban.
That was the whole point to that video that I released the other day. Like, doesn't matter who starts at center. When you break down all the stats, they're both giving you exactly identical numbers, and they're impacting different lineups. Like, you just can't go wrong. And at the end of that video, I was just like, these two centers are going to go down as the best centers the Mavericks have ever had, besides Tyson Chandler. Like, it's just, there's no way around it. You literally have two of the greatest centers in franchise history on the same team at the same time. Now you could ask for ones that have more like abilities offensively. It's going to come around for Lively, right? He's going to develop those things, but by all means, this is crazy. Like, to have rim running athletic bigs like that, we've never had that besides Tyson Chandler. So I'm happy. Beyond happy.
Yeah, it's good to see. So
get these likes up, man. Get these likes up.
Yeah, we gotta.
Yeah, let's get.
We gotta get people used to us having a post game show. It's not. They're not used to us doing it. So and you gotta be patient with the people. Okay, be patient. So,
also, this is more of a saturated post game environment too. Everyone got post game shows.
keep
we're not posting. We're a bed session.
Appreciate it, Mr. Paul.
Appreciate it, Mr. Impala. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, it's not even that. Like, it's not even that it's saturated. Even it's just also that people aren't used to seeing our show have one, so it's an adjustment. If they're used to watching one, and they're like, "Oh, wait, I forgot TGK's got one." It's also why we need to get them pre-done so that people know that both are there. So they're expecting it a little bit more too. So, but it's hard to get people hyped up for blowing out the Orlando Magic without Boccaro. I mean, it's like it's not a lot of excitement going around the
tomorrow's game should have some more excitement. I mean, let's take a look here. Pacers. What is their record? They are, and it's. I love how it doesn't tell me their record. Just gotta love this. Dang, they are 2-4. Never mind. Oh man, is that another dub tomorrow?
I'll dig Rick Carlisle seems to be able to run us pretty good, but Halliburton has fallen off the face of the earth. Like Halliburton,
ever since that injury, man. He ain't been the same.
He is trash right now.
He has not been the same since that injury.
Yeah,
that's what sucks.
All right, well. I'm getting close to that 30-minute mark we were going to stick to for. So
just a few quick things before we go. Klay Thompson had 2 blocks. Powell had 2 blocks. What? Dinwiddie had a block. Dinwiddie was plus 11. Grimes was plus 11. Lively plus 25. Dwight Powell was a -6. So all the Dwight Powells, chill out. Klay Thompson plus 19. Luka plus 21. Kyrie plus 17. And PJ Washington plus 16. Gafford was a plus 4. So he must have been in a couple lineups where they were losing the lead. But our shooting percentages, 31% from the 3 is not that great. But the Orlando Magic shooting less than 20% from the 3, that was what won the game. The percentages were just that different. And the way the Mavericks play defense, they want you to take 3s, but bad 3s, right? So, or they're gonna funnel you to the centers. And tonight it just worked in our favor. I've never seen so many air balls from a professional team. They airballed like a mug. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah. So Edison on this comment, Mavs Digest was actually at the game, so a little hard to do a watch along. However, I also have 3 kids, and one of the reasons I do this is my middle son really loves basketball. So I can't do a lot of watch alongs because I spend that time with my kid, having father-son time watching the game. So, but we are going to try to set up, at least with me, probably somewhere between 5 and 10 this year to test run it. And we may even be teaming those up with Mavs Digest. We've been in discussion with that of maybe like doing the 3 of us on watch alongs and trying to kind of build that up a little bit better so that y'all get different personalities. He can do a little more play-by-play. We can do more, all of us can kind of do color commentary. Mm-hmm. So I'll just scream and yell at the refs. That's all I do anyway, and then you get up and down when something crazy happens and then we lose.
I come in with my analytics. All right, first quarter, guys.
The first quarter at halftime, the stats are
the first quarter MVP is as follows. G2 says is this how the Grizzlies were once their star players out? They're a lottery team. Hey, you're on something. I mean,
they have no offense. That's a fact. They don't. They have no offense.
That's why
they got KCP. They got KCP for that reason. Like they were trying to get another offensive scoring player, and and then Bancaro goes out for 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, I thought Edison, to answer your question next. I'm gonna tell Marcel, hey, next time you're going to the game and you ain't doing no watch along, let us know.
Yeah,
we'll fill in. We can fill in, right? Whenever he doesn't do that.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, who are these guys doing a play-by-play watch along? Like we ain't got like spikes, but we could make one.
I am very animated too. So
yeah.
I'm definitely animated.
I can only imagine a watch along between us. Like that would be hilarious. JR says y'all gonna jinx the Mavs. Holly going to go off tomorrow now. Dang.
You cut it out. Look, Frank told me I jinxed us today and tried to put that voodoo on me, so I'm going to give you the same answer. Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby, okay? Don't you do that.
Yeah.
So.
But we'll see. Tomorrow's pregame show, I'm going to dig into all of the analytics and all the stats, and I'll let you know whether Hallie's going to go off against us tomorrow night, because today's opponent review was spot on. It was... Hold on, I got the perfect sound. Here we go. This is this.
Nice.
Exactly.
I'm in danger.
Yep, that's how it was. My opponent review was in danger, for sure.
All right. So. Anything you got left?
Nah, man, I'm ready to go sleep. Ready to enjoy this victory Sunday and get prepped for another game Monday. So hope you had a good game. Good night. Enjoy the game tonight. And y'all go check out We Talk Mavs. They go live at 10:30 tonight. Y'all go check them out tonight, man. Other than that, bench session over.
Appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good night.
Adios.